Welcome to the Dr. Erin Show. May you live your truth. Yes, may living your truth set you free. This is Dr. Erin. I'm Doctor of Divinity, teaching universal law and spiritual principles. And today's topic is wake up. And I will never forget the day that I began to not only know the truth, but live the truth. And it was some years back. I was in spiritual practitioner training. I was getting my license to become a spiritual practitioner. And if you're familiar with being a practitioner, basically you are taking a course to understand universal law, you're understanding spiritual principles, you're learning how to direct energy upon mind, but authentically you are, or essentially, you are basically saying, I'm going to choose to live my life based in principle. I'm going to choose to always know the truth and direct and use the energy for good. So I was in that course. I'll never forget, one day I woke up, I opened my eyes in bed and I kind of like plopped over and I grabbed my phone and I went to social media and I started scrolling through Facebook, and then I kind of checked a couple emails and I kind of got up. I was a little bit in angst and I put on my robe and I walked out to my office and I opened my laptop and began to go into my emails. And it was one of those moments where, you have that internal dialogue. Well, it was always, all of a sudden it was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh yeah, what am I doing? And in that moment I realized, I was like, Erin, you're in spiritual practitioner licensing course. You know what to do to get into right mind. What are you doing? So I closed my laptop and I literally went and grabbed my meditation, I have this tray. And I went to my meditation area and I began to go into gratitude. I went and I did my meditation. I did some visioning, and then I set my intention for the day on my one thing, my one focus of the day. And I felt like I was a completely different woman. And I realized in that moment and in that day, I thought, I can't not live my truth anymore. I can't live knowing the truth, knowing what I need to do, knowing all this, but not actually doing it. Because what I know is that you can know the truth. You can actually have the veil come off. You can have enlightenment moments. But the daily spiritual practice of actually directing your mind for good takes discipline. It takes having a daily spiritual practice. And so today I want to get into this journey with you. Why it is so important to wake up every day. Why it is so important to tap into source, remember who you are, and do your work. And so let's get into this. So I practice 4 steps every day. It's actually the 4 steps that I use in my book. It's something that after 22 years of being obsessed with spirituality, being obsessed with consciousness and understanding universal law, I distilled it down into 4 steps. And I use these 4 steps every single day of my life. And so I hope to bring value to you, whether you use these 4 steps or you have your own modality, that's okay. So let's go through this. So basically the 4 steps are to awaken and remember who you are. And this means that understanding that consciousness is creating all of life, right? So every day I have to remember, oh yeah, my consciousness is creating this. And it's not just your individual consciousness. You're not some little mini me. You're not that. The consciousness that you are is the individual consciousness, the collective consciousness, and the cosmic consciousness. So the next step is to reprogram. So every day, releasing limiting beliefs and learning how to command your subconscious. So how do we do this, right? We go into contemplation. We begin to, question everything, and we begin to release limiting beliefs. And how do we do that? We go in and know the truth. We know it in mind. We go within in meditation. That's why there's so much freedom when you go into meditation, because when you tap into the truth and into source, the limiting beliefs just go away. You're just like, I get to have my day and all possibility, right? And then we learn how to command the subconscious. And how do we do that? We do that through the backing of our word. We do that through prayer. We do that through affirmations. We do that through all kinds of stuff, but we have to understand how to do that, right? So step number 3 is aligning. Every day we have to align. We have to align with universal law. And what does that mean? We get into that through all this, but basically it means to go into harmony with Mother Earth, the right foods, go into harmony with creating a harmony versus chaos. We choose right thinking, all that stuff. And we also align to our own personal truth. This is so important because I know this. In today's world, we're bombarded with what people are doing, celebrities, all the social media, everyone out there. And oftentimes we try and want to fit into the mold of what other people are doing. I find this in business a lot with clients. They try and do what other people are doing for their marketing, and it's so inauthentic. And it's inauthentic. When they begin to find their own personal swing, their authentic swing, when they begin to find what works for them, that's when they thrive. That's when prosperity prevails, okay? So it is important that every day you wake up and you find your truth. What is your truth? You get to say what that is in relationship, in health, and in wealth, and in vitality, all that stuff for your life. It's unique for you. You have a unique divine expression that nobody else in this entire world has. That's you. We need your art. We need your expression. We need your innovation. There's only one of you in the entire universe. And there's no one else that can do it like you do it, or it expresses it, or lives it, or does whatever, okay? So, and then step number 4 is to affirm. So every single day we affirm. We affirm through the words that we speak. We affirm through the people that we hang out with. We affirm through our daily spiritual practice. We go into meditation. We practice visioning. We do our intuition work. We do our affirmations and our spoken word and all the above, okay? So those 4 steps again, to go back over it, every day choosing and deciding, powerfully deciding to wake up every day, powerfully deciding to reprogram our subconscious mind, because the subconscious mind is connected to the one mind and universal law. Number 3 is to align with our personal truth and align with universal law. And number 4 is to affirm every single day, okay? So today we go through, and every day we'll be going through a daily universal law. So the daily universal law today, we align with the law of transcendence. And this law is based on the axiom that nothing stands still. And we know this. Einstein says that, right? It's like life's like a bicycle. You're either riding or you're falling off, right? So you either are moving upward or downward in consciousness. And trust me, everything, you're either moving upwards or downwards. And look at the people in your life. What are the relationships you have in your life? People basically are bringing you up or they're bringing you down. But the point is, you're either expanding or contracting. And so the point of life really is to ever expand and growth. And so it doesn't matter if you're in a dysfunctional relationship or not, you're always learning and you're always expanding at some core level, at a consciousness level. But guess what? Today you get to choose. Do you want to be around people that have you thrive, or people where you suppress yourself? And only you get to choose that, okay? And then each day we go into a daily spiritual practice. And today I invite you to take 10 minutes to go within the silence and be grateful. Just practice gratitude. It's a great thing. If I don't feel like doing my daily spiritual practice, sometimes I'm like, oh, really? I got to go take half an hour and do all this work? I don't want to. And if I shift my mind into gratitude, then I'm in the mood to do all of it. And trust me, if I don't do my daily spiritual practice, trust me, you don't want to be around me. I'm grumpy. I don't enjoy it. I'm in wrong thinking. I go around in circles. I'm a disaster. That's the truth. If I have my daily spiritual practice, I'm like, woohoo. It's like the light. It's like there's the light and dark side of me. The light side comes out. Watch out. It's like Superwoman coming out. Okay. And then the daily challenge today. I challenge you to decide to take 100% responsibility for your life. So what does that look like? Taking 100% responsibility for your life does not mean that you let everybody off the hook. You don't think everything's all good and, we let off all the politicians. We don't have any laws. We don't have any rules or regulations. That's not true. Or things that happened in your past, forgiving someone that, harmed you or whatever that is. It's not about that. It's about knowing that from this point on, you are the only person responsible for your happiness, for your wealth, for your vitality, and for your expression. Only you. And those are the 4 areas of life. We go through this every single day. The 4 areas of life are your relationships, your intimate relationships, your family relationships. The next is your career and money. And the next is your health and vitality. And finally is your creative expression. So we focus on that every single day because you have to have balance in your life. Okay. So on that note, I'm just so excited to go on this journey with you. If you please like, share, and comment on all of this. And you can find me at erinfallhaskell.com or drerin.tv. I am so excited to be in your life. I plan to be in your life, and I want you in my life every single day, because every single day is where we do our daily spiritual practice. So you can also find other communities. I have all type of community we run, which is a 30-day prosperity program, which is less than $1 a day. You can get involved in having a huge shift and transformation around prosperity and your thinking, your beliefs around money, your thinking and beliefs around prosperity in all areas of your life. And then next is the Divine Mastermind. We run this program. It's a 12-week badass program, but it actually goes on all year long, and we break it down into the quarters because we set our life purpose statement, and we use this to direct our energy in the 4 areas of our life as well. We transform into our leadership skills, and we learn how to basically build our own mastermind, building our teams and rising, because Spirit doesn't want us to do it on our own, you guys. So on that note, have a divine day. I look forward to having you and being in your life every single day, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.